I see they have resumed heavy gang stalker operations, dude. I mean, I've been getting fucking harassed for a few days straight, dude. I mean, everywhere I go, they're there. And then come to find out they're doing martial law training. You know what I'm saying? And if you watch my YouTube, my Facebook, my Google, look, I'm pretty open and vocal about political things, about historical things, and other matters, man. So it's like if anyone fits a criteria that they might just get put under surveillance, perhaps when they got all these military training ops going on under in civilian clothing. That's what Jade Helm was. So I mean, it's just another re-up of Jade Helm. Uh, it's just you can spot these people out, man, because it's like they're there, they're trying to pretend that they belong there, but you can really tell they really don't. You know what I'm saying? They kind of just tend to show up. Then you'll see the same people. Like, there's no way I could have seen this person here show up over there, like in the same day. It's just like, man, that's just a statistical anomaly that you can't keep seeing this all the time in a short period of time. It's beyond coincidence. While martial law training is going on, Obama said he needed a civilian slash police slash military, smash them all together as a civilian army. And this is they got it. They're out here. They're everywhere. It's like we're already in Nazi detention camp. It's just they haven't started pushing us to the gas chambers yet. But look, they're not far off, man. You can also tell who's got the mindset of where you can tell they're just going to bow down. They're going to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? I understand. It's like, you ever see someone when they get so scared, they just break down. They won't speak. They won't say anything. They won't blink. It's like they're shocked into being just stuck in one spot. That's what's going to happen to people. It's that overwhelming. It's that scary that you're under constant harassment. It's not like no one's running up and actually kicking me in the shoe, but they will invade your personal space. They will play games. They will cause trouble for you. And it's like, since they're watching you, they're trying to develop a strategy, how can they push your buttons to make you have a breakdown. And they got all their agents watching with camera phones. Like, I kept noticing this. Chicks taking their phone and sticking it in their back pants so that the camera's hanging out and they walk by. So they're using their butt as a camera. Like, you won't, like, it's like, you can't do that to dudes. That's just, dudes' eyes tend to wander that way anyway. So, but when you got a fucking camera sticking out your butt, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not looking at that because I like your butt. I'm like, wondering why in the fuck are you trying to record people without their knowledge? You know what I'm saying? And that's just look, you don't need guns these days. All you need is 14-year-old gullible kids to run around, think they're helping Uncle Sam, and they got all the spies they need. You know, and then if you ever say, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you spying on me? Then the police come riding in because they're watching. You know what I'm saying? At the EIEIO database, like on Jason Bourne, when Blackbriar popped up. So this is really going on. It's like I imagine there's not a whole lot of free time left out here, dude. Eventually they're gonna come take us down, and it's like, listen, we're your canaries in the coal mine, whether you agree with me or not about the things that I say. It's always go back to the Bible. That's really all I'm trying to convince you anyway. It's like, all right, you don't want to believe God's real? I'll show you the devil and his ways and his people. And if they're real, then how can God's things not be real too? If I can't tell you earthly things, how you can understand a spiritual thing? And these people are devil worshippers. They understand spiritual things. But see, it's like God said to the fallen angels at Enoch. He says, I've only told you the secrets I wanted you to know. And I kept the best back, hidden from you, to talking to the watchers, the fallen angels, the jinn, the demons, the spirits they conjure, and the forces they utilize, the demons they make covenants with for extra ability and like for paranormal effect or whatever, dude. There is a big component to that. I've definitely seen a satanic devil worshiper element to the gang stalkers, but it's like sometimes you'll see martial law training and think gang stalkers, or you'll see gang stalkers and think martial law training. You know why that is? Because there isn't no difference. They've been running around following me for about 4 years, off and on. It's called a campaign, and no, it ain't ended. It's still on, and it's like I gotta endure this. It is quite a. They know exactly how to push all your buttons, so it is a mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? And they like it. They get off on it. It's like, so you gotta grin it, man, and take it, man, a little bit, the best you can, because if you give them a big theatrical emotional response, that's what they want. That's what makes them get off, like literally, like in their mind, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? When these things happen, and it sucks. You don't wanna be their jollies. You know what I'm saying? As little as you can. And it's, I realize the more I respond to this people, all I'm doing is giving you more energy to use against me. So I try to ignore them the best I can. But I'll keep talking to y'all about it. So if you happen to, like, man, why did this person do that to me? Why did this person, like, you'll have a day where all these bad things happens to you from random people, like thorns in your side, and you won't understand it. Like, man, what did I do? You may be under a campaign. You don't even know it. Because this has infiltrated every facet of life. That's what martial law is. When the government controls everything everyone does all day long. No one's out there walking around just because they're walking. It's because the government's allowed them to go to the store, go home. The government's allowed you to go to your work detail and then go home. That's all you get. And so it's the spirit of total microaggression or micromanagement. And this is the way that the gang stalk you is with all these covert, long periods of microaggression and covert aggression. Because they are aggressive in such a way, a person could be literally standing next to you. They could do something to you. The person next to you wouldn't notice. Only you would notice. But and I'm not saying, listen, paranoia. Oh, that person's looking at me funny. I'm not saying that type of thing. Something subtly obvious. There's telegraphings, and it's all psychological operations, dude. These people are master magicians of psychology as well as witchcraft, because witchcraft really is psychology. When you can bend reality and get someone to believe one thing is another than it actually is, that's another form of witchcraft. It's not got nothing to do with all the spells, charms, blood rituals necessarily, but that could be a component too. Because what breaks the people's mind down to the point where they'll partake in these evil practices, doing shit like that, getting yourself desensitized to yucky stuff, and then you actually desire those things. Like, we gotta go see that woman and her baby. We gotta get that baby on our altar so we can burn it to Moloch. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of way these people start thinking. But anyway, right now, listen, there's been drills. There was a drill not too long ago down at Bishop Airport where they pretended people were blown up. They had crisis actors running around with fake triage. So these people are around. They're in town. And there's 2 fusion centers in Michigan. And it's really the fusion center mindset. That means joint force operation, joint task force operations. That's the same schematic. That's why gang stalking and being trained on for martial law. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. It's like some people are nominated as their mock terrorist, I guess, and I'm designated as a whole group of gang stalkers mock terrorist, and they fucking follow me everywhere, and always be trying to push your buttons, man, to evoke a response. And that used to work better. Now they're really super passive aggressive. Now they're almost outright, because they got so many people and they've infiltrated every facet of society. There's nowhere you can run to hide from them. You run into a police station, guess what? The police are them. You run into the hospital, they're there. You run to the church, that's them too. You run to the devil worshippers, gang members. That's them too. You run to the internet. So your buddies on here are supposedly in the truther movement. No, they're them too. They're more loyal to them than they are to you. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way this is. Neighbor shall betray neighbor. And it's like, just because I didn't join your fucking snitch, stazi gang doesn't mean I'm a bad neighbor. You know what I'm saying? The bad neighbor is the one who trespasses against his neighbor without cause, man. Because, I mean, no, if you have a good rapport, it's hard to trespass through your neighbor's lawn, if that makes sense. But if you have a bad rapport, well, you need permission. So these people do all these things. They don't ask for permission. They just do them. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's sacred to them. So just prepare. If you don't see it now, it's already around you. You ain't made aware of it yet. It's like in 1984, there was a bunch of like these young girls, like the Chastity Brigade, and they were like snitches. They ran around pointing fingers, going, "You're a thought criminal." And this is literally what's going on now. People do recruit children, like in Boko Haram, to do operations on us. So I know this is going to sound crazy. I don't care. I mean, you study it up, man. Gang stalking, workplace mobbing, cause stalking, organization stalking, corporate mercenary stalking, COINTELPRO, and the CIA counterparts to the COINTELPRO. These are all the same. The Stasi, the Gestapo. This is all the same stuff, and it's going on. Believe it, man. Fusion Center, InfoGuard, NextDoorNeighbor.com, Continuity of Government, Iron Mountain Report, Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. All these things are related topics. Rex 84, King Alfred Plan, Operation Northwoods. These are all the same tentacles of the same Hydra.